can. Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody, and I'm going to take notes because I'm going to forget. I would like to thank...
I'm not going anywhere. Close the door just so we don't bother ourselves.
Thank everybody for showing up, friends, family, employees, co-workers, everybody that showed up to make the day possible, and most importantly, keeping it all a secret. So, yes. And I think it was a secret. I think we did good.
I wouldn't have gone to the grocery store at 7:15.
Oh. Well, I'm hoping that today is not just about us mourning the loss of Jim's youth, but that we can celebrate the few years he has left, and also maybe take a moment to remember all of the wonderful things that Jim has done for each and every one of us. If we could just take a moment and pause. Don't want to make it too awkward, so that was probably long enough. But as I was preparing this party, I kind of got a little chuckle of all the 50 is the new 40, and you know, you're only as old as you feel. You know, 50 is nifty, and I have to laugh because it's a bunch of crap. Jim, you're old. We all know it. Sorry. It's no sugar.
Damn, Mom. You gonna let her talk to me like that? Come on, Mom.
And he's still afraid to know it.
When you grow up, you know it.
You know what? I'm not getting there. There are 3 huge landmark Heber birthdays this year. Is also John Heber turned 60, and John Heber turned
65.
I was not aware of the 60 or the 90 or the 60 or the 90, or I would have
speeches to do.
I would have had some more speeches prepared, but I don't. So anyhow, but instead of me standing here making puns about getting older, because we all know we're going to get there. Some of us not quite as early as you, but we're all going to get there.
She's pushing it, isn't she?
I wanted to take some time to talk about sweet little young Jim. So I reached out to your mom to see if she could possibly give me a story or two, and maybe another family member or so. And they reminded me of how sweet you were as a young boy. And she would drop you off at school, and you would miss your mom so much that you would cry uncontrollably to the principal's office where Mommy had to come pick you up. Right?
Her name wasn't Mommy.
Well, we can all awe over the kindergarten, and you would think that he would outgrow it, being a young Heber boy. But even at age 11, at his brother's wedding, he once again burst into tears because they made him dance with a girl. Luckily, he got over that before he met Leslie.
But he's got some moves now, let me tell you.
I have to forgive you, Jim, because in the Bible it does say that the Lord declares there's a time for everything. There's a time to laugh and a time to cry. So if God can forgive you for making a fool of yourself, so can I. But I have to point out in that same verse, it also talks about that there's a time to mourn and a time to let go. And I pondered that for a second and realized that your hair took that last part very
Wow! Yeah!
Karen, you don't have to pay for
And while I bring up the subject of being let go, I'm reminded that I am an expendable employee. So I probably ought to stop the roast, at least on my part, right here. Although, I would encourage anyone else that has a story, and I actually have a few I'm going to take care of while I'm still up here, but after that, if anybody else has a story or anything they would like to share, or even some words of encouragement for the next 50 years, you're welcome to share them. But I told you that I have reached out to a few people, and I reached out to Miss Tammy Olson.
Oh, jeez.
And she actually was one of the kindest ones. She said, "Happy birthday, golf partner. Hope you have a great birthday, and thank you so much for being such a good sport. I've attached a few photos from this weekend for you to enjoy." So I thought I would print them out and pass them around so everybody can see.
Yeah,
Yes.
And a walker too for the 15 pictures.
Here we go. Then I also reached out.
And the other person that's in there is Bob, her husband, the big fella.
Yeah.
To your sister.
That's a good.
Kathy.
Oh, Jesus.
I like Kathy a lot.
Most people do.
So she would like to say, dear sweet baby brother, Bugo. We're having years gone. I remember only a short time ago you were making fun of me for being an old lady on my 50th birthday. Well, welcome to my world. You're now a member of the AARP.
She sent that one to you.
Oh, she did. Ah, well then I'm going to read it for everybody. But she also went through and spelled out his name. I did not know your middle name was William, by the way. But she's made it, I guess they're called acronyms. For James, she has J, just imagine being young again. A, all your youth is behind you. M, man, you are old. E, everyone is looking at you. S, sight will go, followed by everything else. And then William, W, will things ever be the same? No, never. I will fight this old age until the end. L, little boy, all grown up, this sucks. L, laughing. Yes, they are laughing right now. I am not old, I am not old, I am not old. A, aches and pains are just a part of life now. Deal with it. M, man, I need a nap. And then Heber, she didn't stop there. H, how old
but time.
She did this fast too. H, how old am I? E, everyone seems younger than me. V, very, very old. R, everyone is younger. I'm sorry, E, everyone is younger than me. R, rest in peace, my youth. You're very good to me. Enjoy your day, little brother. It is nice to have you in the 50s club. Happy 50s. May your best years be ahead of you.
That was
Right.
good.
And then I have one last letter from Chris and Tricia Doxey.
Oh, yeah.
Dear Jim, wishing you another half a century or more of happiness. It was such a pleasure knowing you and coaching you in your younger days. Looking forward to getting to know the older you. Best wishes for a wonderful birthday. Regards, Chris and Tricia Doxey. Turning 50 is not so bad. And then they wrote a poem.
Oh, God.
It's cute. Turning 50 is kind of nifty when you consider the alternative. When you're not pushing up daisies or feeding the worms, you still have a lot of life left to live. So make the most of your golden years. Take time to see the sights and travel. Better to roll down the highway now while you're above it and not beneath the gravel.
For those of you who don't know, Chris is also the guy that does our 401k.
Yeah.
So,
We know him.
it's always nice to have.
Well, at this time, that's all I have that is prepared, and I know there are a few people that have brought some things that they would like to tell Jim or embarrass Jim with. And I
Mine's
would
in here.
Encourage them. Oh, if you brought something.
I had something good. You can open. Oh, Jesus. Donna's
Three,
got
two.
something.
Okay.
Some of you might
I'm
have to
gonna go
close your
sit down
ears.
now.
This might be adult-only material.